Hey guys, Caitlin Christie here with Caitlin Willard from Summit Land Conservancy. She is going to take me on a hike on some of the open land that the Conservancy has preserved.
Welcome to Round Valley. Let's take a walk.
Well, that was such a beautiful hike. Let's take a break and talk more about Summit Land Conservancy and what you guys are doing.
Yeah, Summit Land Conservancy is Park City's local accredited land trust. And what a land trust is a nonprofit that works with willing landowners to protect their land. And what we do is we put a conservation easement on properties, and that protects the land in perpetuity. So it's kind of like a forever and done thing.
Wow,
Yeah.
amazing. And so how many acres of land has the Summit Land Conservancy protected?
The Conservancy has protected over 5,000 acres, and we're working to preserve another 5 to 7. I heard 5,000 from one person and 7 from another,
my
so
gosh.
we are busy. Business is good right now.
Absolutely. Let's talk about where we are, Round Valley. So what is Summit Land Conservancy's connection with Round Valley?
The Conservancy protected Round Valley in 2005, and it's about 700 acres that are permanently protected by Summit Land. There are 5 different parcels, so there's the McMillian Peas, Cranbrook, Gilmore, Grover, and Bellagio. And basically it's 700 acres that is forever protected for recreationists and people to come and walk their dogs, ride their bikes, hike. As you can see, like the trails are busy out here, and it's one of Park City's most cherished open spaces. It's important to protect our open spaces, particularly here in Park City in this community, because there is a lot of privately owned land. And if we don't save it, then it's going to be gone forever. You know, unfortunately, once the bulldozers show up and they tear something down, you can't get it back. What people do need to understand is when they do see open space, it's not always protected open space. Unless there's a conservation easement on it and a third party, like the Summit Land Conservancy or Utah Open Lands or someone else, is protecting that land, it's susceptible to development.
So you guys are kind of like the superheroes of the land here in Park City.
I think everyone is kind of involved. It's really like, it's a community effort. You know, you have to have the willing landowner and you have to have the donors who help make it happen. And we are, you know, that third party that can make sure that it stays that way forever.
Yeah. So what currently are like any projects you guys are working on right now?
We have a lot of projects kind of in the woodwork right now. We are really focused on the Weber River watershed. So there's a bunch of farms and ranches that are along the Weber that we are working with those landowners to protect those and preserve those legacies for future generations.
So what are some ways the community can get involved in these programs?
Well, we have actually a bunch of community outreach programs at the Summit Land Conservancy. We have a Hops Hunters program, so every other Sunday in the summer you can go and hike and look for wild hops, because there are wild hops growing on our properties that are descendants of plants left behind from German miners, so it's a super fun, cool program. We have a bunch of children's programs from our Outdoor Explorers summer camps to the general Kids Outdoors program, where we go and we take children in the after-school program out for free play, because kids are kind of losing that.
Yeah.
And we think it's really important that if the future generation doesn't have a connection with nature, they're not going to want to care for it.
Absolutely.
So it's a really great program that we have going on. And we're always looking for volunteers to come out and help with that. We also have our moonshine
I heard
adventures.
about this one.
Yeah. And what we do is we partner with Mountain Trails, and we'll come out to Round Valley in the summer, and we'll either do a hike or a trail run or a mountain bike ride. So if you need a little bit of a challenge, and you strap your light on, and it literally, the space is transformed, and It's crazy. It's
It
amazing.
sounds beautiful,
Yep.
seriously.
So we have those coming up. We just finished our last summer one, but we'll have some winter moonshines at the resort. And what we do
Cool.
is we ski tour up the mountain and hang out and have some conversation and then ski down, and it's a blast.
This sounds like the best way to get in nature, and I love the children's thing too. That's super cute to get them outside and connected with nature since they are losing that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I heard there's some upcoming events happening. Want to talk more about that?
This spring, we'll be having a conservation breakfast that's a little more tailored to anybody who wants to come, can kind of come up and hear more about what we're doing, and we usually have like a program. And we haven't decided the theme yet, but it will be great, I can guarantee that. And so that's going to be in the end of April up at Deer Valley Resort, and that's also a great time.
So where can the community find more about Summit Land Conservancy?
You can just visit our website at www.wesaveland.org. Pretty easy.
Awesome, amazing. Thank you so much for taking us out on this beautiful hike today. Everybody go to their website and check out their upcoming events and programs. Thanks so much again. Really appreciate it.
It was the best. Thanks.